I spent countless hours playtesting the best controller settings for Chapter 5 Season 4. I can now hit over 45% of my shots and I'm faster than ever. These settings work on PC, PlayStation and Xbox, and you don't need expensive hardware or additional software. They're free and ready for your current setup. Say goodbye to frustrating games, missed shots, failed edits, and get ready. You'll be the best version of yourself once you start using these settings. Controller settings page. On input, we have controller auto run off, build immediately builder pro on, edit hold time 0.1 seconds, slide hold time 0.08 seconds, reset camera access on pitch, reset camera time on 0.1 seconds, and vibration off. The next 20 seconds are going to change how you game on controller. To win at Fortnite, you have to be faster, especially at switching to different weapons. Here's how you master it. Enable quick weapon, disable show diamond delay to 0.0 seconds, set toggle behavior to slot 2, and turn on instant toggle. Make sure button group is set to face buttons. Sensitivity. Look and aim sensitivity on 1 slow. Build and edit mode sensitivity multiplier on 2.1. To further optimize sensitivity settings, turn on advanced options. Look horizontal and vertical speed on 43%. All the settings related to boost must be on 0% or 0 seconds. ADS look horizontal and vertical speed on 8%. Again, we're turning off everything related to boost. Look dampening time on 0% seconds and look input curve on linear. Aim assist strength 100%. For controller dead zone, depending on how old and how used your controller is, you can go anywhere between 8% and 11%. Turn off foot controller if you don't have one connected. Turn on accelerate with stick for when you drive vehicles. And if you play rocket racing, this is where you can set up your dead zones. Quick check-in. We're about to dive into the video settings and you don't want to miss this one. Display settings page. Set your window mode to full screen, resolution 1920 by 1080p, and turn VSync off. On FPS, select your monitor refresh rate. For example, if your monitor refresh rate is 120 Hz, choose either 120 FPS or 144 FPS. Rendering mode is determined based on your PC configuration. PCs with high-end components can and should run DirectX 12 for stable FPS and smooth gameplay. PCs with lower to mid-end components should run performance mode, which requires less computing power. Graphics settings such as brightness and colorblind mode are personal preference. Motion blur, make sure that's off. User interface parallax is only relevant to the game item shop and different menus. It has no impact on your game performance. Graphics quality settings are the most important settings you want to pay extra attention to. These multitude of settings are visible only with DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. The moment you switch to performance mode, they will no longer be available for you to configure. Make sure you set them up now because they will influence your game performance even if you choose to switch to performance mode. Set your quality presets to low. Anti-aliasing and super resolution turn off, drag the 3D resolution all the way up to 100%, and start turning off dynamic 3D resolution, nanite virtualized geometry, shadows, global illumination, and reflections. For view distance, I recommend using either far or epic. For textures, I recommend using medium or high. Turn effects to low, post-processing to low, and hardware ray tracing off. If you want to monitor your FPS, make sure you turn on Show FPS. To monitor your latency, turn on latency markers, then switch over to the HUD options and turn on Latency Debug Stats. To monitor your ping, turn on Net Debug Stats. Back to advanced graphics, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, I recommend using NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency on plus boost. If your game stutters or you find some performance issues, go back to turning it off. Now, those of you who can't run DirectX 11 or 12, it's time to switch to performance mode, restart your game, and continue with the rest of the settings. On restart, you see graphics quality section reduced to barely a few settings. Build meshes can be set to low or high. High is nice because it allows you to see better through your builds, while low gives you better performance. On the audio settings page, you want to turn on visualize sound effects. With this setting on, you will be notified whenever you have enemies nearby. All other settings are based on your audio devices like microphone, headset, and your personal preference. Game settings. On matching region, select the closest based on where you live. If you live in US but your matching region is set to Europe, your ping will be super high and your game performance will drop. On language settings, select the language of the game. Movement. Toggle sprint on. Auto open doors on. Mental activation, hold jump. Hurdle activation, press jump. Combat. Hold to swap pickup on. This will allow you to swap an item from your inventory with one on the floor. It's quick and saves you time. Toggle targeting off. Mark danger when targeting on. Auto pickup weapons on. I use it because I get to pick up items faster than other opponents, especially when we're both landing on the same chest. Preferred item slots. I have my shotgun on first, AR on second, consumable on third, SMG on fourth, and utility on fifth slot. Auto sort consumables to the right on. Building. Reset building choice on. Disable pre-edit options on. Turbo building on. Auto confirm edits both. This is for when you edit and reset your builds. The game can auto-confirm your reset, your edit, or you can choose not to auto-confirm any of them. I highly recommend you choose both. This way you don't have to press any additional buttons to confirm your action. Tutorial. Contextual tips off. Extra game options. Everything stays off except for tap to search interact, which stays on. FOV minimum 60 degrees, FOV maximum 105 degrees. Replays. Record replays on. If you don't want to record your replays, then turn this off. Energy saving. Enable idle energy saving off. Enable inactive Windows energy saving off. We're skipping rocket racing settings and moving over to the game UI settings. Reticle and damage feedback. Reticle on, reticle ammo indicator on, damage numbers cumulative, reticle damage feedback hit and icons, damage numbers scale 125%. HUD options. Everything is on except for creative runtime performance and rocket racing settings. Controller mapping page. Select the controller platform based on what controller you use. There's an option for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox S and X, Xbox One, and generic. I'm going to scroll through my binds. Feel free to pause as needed and light up the comment section with any thoughts you have on this guide. If you want to learn more about quick weapon, check this guide over here.